Here's one of the scariest things to realize as an adult. It's when you realize you were in a cult as a child. And it's not the type of cult you may think. Let's go. Let me just put it like this. When I was younger, one of the worst nightmares a mother could fathom came true. We couldn't afford to live in the hotels anymore, so we had to live in our car.
We bathed in ice cold water in the disgusting beach bathrooms right here in Santa Monica, California. We slept in our car right here on Arcadia Street in Santa Monica Beach.
We also slept in our car behind a temp agency that my mom worked for called Apple One. We'd be in our car at night, and then in the morning, she'd get up and go to work, all dressed up for her secretary job. Of course, as a mother, she would cry and she would tell us, never forget this and how God is watching out for us. She said, never get to a point in life where you think you're better than somebody else. Always remember this. And I thank her for that. She said that God was using my stepdad's street game to keep us safe on those streets. Stick with me, because now I'm going to teach you how I realized as an adult that me and my sisters were members of a cult. So being that my stepdad was from the streets, he knew exactly what to do to keep us safe. Me and him went door to door selling eggs in South Central LA to make money so my family could eat bologna sandwiches in our car every day, which is why I will never look at a bologna sandwich. My stepdad would find things like wrapped pastries in a dumpster behind a bakery for us to eat. So his street game was on full throttle. But here's the thing. He was the reason we ended up on the streets. My mom was his biggest cheerleader, trying to brainwash me and my sisters to believe that he brought incredible value in this situation. He stole money from her, he never worked, and we wouldn't have been there if my mom would have moved us back to Cleveland with my grandmother. We were in a cult, a narcissistic cult. She was his biggest promoter, telling us that his street game is what saved us. She laid down at night on the chest and abs of the very person who caused us to be homeless. Eventually, we were able to get into a homeless shelter in Watts. My mom then said God delivered us from the streets. But what he hadn't yet delivered was her inner child and her children from her toxic husband's narcissistic cult. When kids grow up and realize that a parent was a toxic partner's biggest cheerleader, they start to resent that parent. If you find yourself always trying to promote the good qualities in a toxic partner to your kids to protect him or her from accountability, it's time to seek a licensed therapist.
Period.